Myself Shreya Bhattacharjee, and I'm going to brief you about the Bengali cuisine and how it has been developing over the time. Bengali cuisine is the culinary style of Bengal, a region in the eastern part of the Indian subcontinent, encompassing Bangladesh and the Indian states of West Bengal, Tripura, as well as the Barak Valley in Assam. The cuisine has been shaped by the region's diverse history and climate. It is known for its varied use of flavors, including mustard oil, as well as the spread of its confectioneries and desserts. There is a strong emphasis on rice as a staple, with fish traditionally the most common protein. Freshwater fish are preferred to sea fish, although barramundi, known as bhetki, is also common. Although less popular than fish, Bengalis have eaten a variety of meats since pre-colonial times, ranging from pigs and deer to hedgehogs and turtles. In more recent times, lentils have begun to form a significant part of diet. Many Bengali food traditions draw from social activities such as adda or the mezban. Now let us briefly discuss about the culinary influences. First up, we have the Mughal influence. Muslims conquered Bengal around the mid-13th century, bringing with them Persian and Arabic cuisine. Such dishes such as biryani, korma, and bhuna had once been the meals of the higher court, but the cooks of the Mughals brought their recipes to the lower and middle classes too. The influence was reinforced during the rule of the British Raj, where Kolkata became the place of refuge for many prominent exiled Nawabs, notably the family of Tipu Sultan from Mysore and Wajid Ali Shah, the ousted Nawab of Awadh. The exiles brought with them hundreds of cooks and masalchi spice mixers, and as their royal patronage and wealth diminished, they became interspersed into the local population. These cooks came with the knowledge of a very wide range of spices, most notably saffron and mace, the extensive use of ghee, and marinating meat with yogurt and chili. However, in Bangladesh, this food has become common fare for the population, while in West Bengal they have remained the food of professional chefs. Further innovations include chap, ribs, slow cooked on a tawa, rizala, meat in a thin yogurt and cardamom gravy, and kati roll, kebabs in a wrap. The Mughals had a particular fixation on meat, bringing mutton and beef into mainstream Bengali cuisine, as well as already known kinds of meat like chicken and venison. Furthermore, traditional desserts had been primarily based on rice-based sanjagri, but under Mughal influence, moved towards significantly increased use of milk, cream, and sugar, along with expensive spices such as cardamom and saffron. Next up, we have the influence of the widows. In Hindu tradition, widows were not allowed to eat foods that would not be classified as bitter, necessitating experiment and innovation. While most Bengali castes ate meat and fish, this was barred for widows. Widows also couldn't use heating foods such as shallot and garlic, but ginger was allowed. This style food was found a core place in Bengali curries in general, both vegetarian and non-vegetarian. Expensive spices such as saffron, cinnamon, or cloves were used very sparingly, if at all. Nuts, dried fruits, milk, and milk products such as cream, ghee, or curd were similarly scarce. These economic and social restrictions influenced Bengali widows to create a brand new set of meals that utilized only vegetables and cheap spices. The third point which we have up is partition of Bengal. The large-scale displacement along religious lines as a result of the partition led to changes in meal taking as to adhere to religious restrictions. In Bangladesh, former East Bengal and East Pakistan, Mughlai food is common and includes foods that are less popular in West Bengal, such as beef kebab. Additionally, sweets such as zarda and fini paisa are eaten. In rural Bangladesh, many people eat makna, fried, popped, or raw. During the colonial period, many Western food shops were established in Kolkata, making puff pastries, chana, chocolate, and chips especially popular. Dishes such as chop, gravy cutlets, sponge rasgulla, and lady keni, as a result of a multicultural community. Kolkata city cuisine continuously changes and takes heavy influence from Chinese and European foods. Now let's dive deep into the regional specialties. Different parts of Bengal are famed for certain dishes, food items, and ingredients. For example, South Bengali districts around the Sundarbans boast of the expensive chui jhal chili, which they peel and chop into small pieces to be cooked in their dishes and give off a strong aroma. On the other hand, North Bengal are the homes of many Bengali desserts such as Mishti Doi of Bogra, the Kachagola of Natore, and the Chomchom of Porabari. However, other regions also have famous desserts like the Balish Mishti, pillow sweet of Netrokona, the Monda of Muktagacha, the red yogurt of Navadvip, and the famed Rashmalai of Kumla. Chittagong. Chittagonian culinary tradition is mostly known for mizban and mixed rice dishes like kala bhuna, which has shoulder pieces of beef, and traditional spices. Dried fish is more available in the Chittagong region than in other parts of Bengal. Regarding mizban, which is also known as michan, is the Bengali word for special occasion feasts in the Chittagong region of Bangladesh. Historically, mezbani is a traditional regional feast where people are invited to enjoy a meal with white rice and beef, besides other dishes rich in animal fat and dairy. The invitation of the mezban ceremony generally remains open for all and various people to different places and neighborhoods. In urban areas, attending a mezban is by invitation only. Beef-based dishes are preferred by Bengali Muslims and are a symbol of social prestige for a mizban feast. The rich and poor arrange feasts on various occasions such as circumstances allow them. It has a distinct style of cooking and proper mizban meat demands a certain skill. The unique beef curry served in the feast is known as mizbani GOSHT that carries a distinctive recipe, knowledge of which is essentially confined with the Chittagonian cooks. Fish is used instead of beef while cooking mizban in Hindu tradition. The Hindu community of Chittagong organizes mizbani each year under the banner of Chittagong Parishad. Talking about Kolkata, in Kolkata, many local street vendors own small shops from which they sell their own homemade goods. Items like cheese, paneer can be eaten as is or can be made into sweet sandesh, rasagolla, or chanar payesh. Milk is especially used in Kolkata's various types of payesh, differing in use of different grains and additives like dates, figs, and berries, in addition to European foodstuffs like chocolate. Kolkata takes culinary influence from its Chinese diaspora. Fuchka, also copied by the rest of India as panipuri, is a common kind of Bengali street food made with a fried dough casing and a potato and chickpea filling. Usually found in small stalls alongside bhel puri, masala chai, ghugni, and chaat stalls. Likewise, there are many more uncountable dishes of the Bengali cuisine whose list goes never ending. In order to experience them all, you surely need to come and visit Bengal for them. Thank you.